just started recording this, and then you get this network thing and you think, is this going to stop? Anyway, do you sometimes feel like you're trying and trying and trying to do something and it's not happening? You try and try and work hard, yet you some kind of feel like you're going way up and you go way down. It's just like yo-yo lifestyle. That's kind of my life and my brain. Anyway, stick around. I'm gonna share with you the past 2 years, my experience. Not even the past 2 years, I would say the past since 2014, and the things that has been happening. I actually thought I was sharing this on my Facebook page, but it's not on my page, obviously. So I'm on my personal timeline. So I guess I'm gonna have to share this. Okay, let's try that now. I'm gonna have to share this to my page as well. Share, how do you do that? Share to a page, not that page. Hey guys, if you're just joining me, good evening. I know it's a bit late. I shouldn't even be on live right now. I should be in bed, but hey, I'm way too excited. I just thought I'm gonna do this, and people can always catch up at another time, tomorrow maybe. Okay, hang on one sec. Okay, so hey Linda, how are you? Hope you guys are well. So I'm gonna try and see if all the messages will actually come on to my screen, but I hope you guys are well. Okay, see. Okay, who else is there? I think that's shared up. Oh my god, how do I switch off my... Someone need to teach me how to turn off my WhatsApp when I'm doing a live, because as soon as I go live, I always get ping on my messages. So right now I am so excited. You know when you are so excited but you're trying to retain yourself so it doesn't show too much? That's how I'm feeling right now. So you have to excuse me if I mumble a little bit. Because yeah, my excitement is quite palpable right now, and my heart is racing. Hey Florian, hey Florence, hey Tessa. So I just wanted to share with you the past 2 years of not 2 years, I'll go as far as I can, and just say where I've been and how personal development has kind of is changing the way I see things, the way I do things, and how I need to, network, and how it's changed my life and how I see things today. 10 years ago, 2009, I went to work. As soon as I got to work, I was told, your sister passed away. So my sister passed away in France, but I couldn't travel. Cut long story short, without going through too much details, I came home, and that day because being at work, I couldn't take days off. Didn't have my passport to travel to France and say goodbye to my sister. I came home, picked up my kids to school, and that day I decided I didn't want to work for anyone anymore. So I went into, hey Suzanne, I decided I wanted to start my own business. 2009, a single mom, my kid was like just Grace was 5 at the time, and the business I chose to do at the time was a recruitment business. I knew nothing about running a business at the time, so I just married my laptop basically. So I was sleeping with my laptop, I was waking up with my laptop, I was doing everything, learning about I had worked in recruitment, in agencies and stuff. For me, I just thought, I can do this. It was hell. I just remember about just under a year after I started the business, I was sent a letter of eviction because I couldn't pay my rent. And just the day before I was actually due to be evicted, I got a bike and I got my big contract. Fast forward 6 years, 2014, I just had my Kaylee. C-section, horrible experience, almost died and all that. That's when I discovered network marketing. So I'm trying to jump steps so I can go as fast as possible. That's when I discovered network marketing, 2014, September. I knew the company I joined at the time, products that I used for almost 9 years. And I remember my mentor at the time, she said, Rebecca, you can do this. You've got the attitude, you've got the drive, you can do this. And I'm like, me selling products? Hell no. I said no to that for like 8 years until I decided to join. I did that, went into that company, passion like whatever. You could literally cut me in half and you see my blood pour out pink. That's how much I loved it. And it went well. I did my level of success. I owned the car and everything. That was good. Now here's the part where I'm going to go into now, let alone selling the product, let alone the level of success or the failures. Things that I didn't know were reading a book. I could not read a book to save my life. A personal development book, I was like, what is that? When I saw this, the first time I was told about The Secret, I looked at the book, I was just like, that's a quote. I'm not even going to read that. It sounds like a quote. I'm not going to read that. The only books I was reading at the times were sales books, something to do with the recruitment industry, something to do with human resources or accounting, because it was helping me with my business. And even going into that network marketing, bless her soul, my mentor would say, Rebecca, read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I'm just like, I'm going to go and read about digital marketing. And she'd say, there was one more book she told me about, quite a few, the Wisdom of Wallace. Oh, I forgot. So every book she would recommend, sometimes say, yeah, and then I never read it. I think the only book that I actually read was the book that she written. And because it was her book, I just went ahead and read that. But everything else, I did not give a monkey about personal development books. Motivation, what is that? You know, for me, motivation, as long as for me, the only motivation I needed when she calls me and said, Rebecca, you are so close to this goal, you can absolutely do it. That was motivation enough, because as soon as she said, Rebecca, jump, I'll just say how high. And I'll go and kill myself and work hard and achieve that goal. That's all the motivation I knew. I did not know who's Mel Robbins. I didn't know God brain, all those big motivational speakers. I didn't care. I didn't give a toss. And it's when I left, and that's why at the time as well, during my time with that company, you could say I know she laughed about this and she'll say, Rebecca, you're bipolar, because my emotions were absolutely up and down. I would quit like every year. I think I quit about 3 or 4 times that business, because mentally I was not really there. There's things that I did not understand. I worked well with my team, but there's still things that I wish I knew. What I know now, I wish I knew them then. Okay. And moving into this company, the first thing that I discovered way before, about a month before I joined, I started to listen to this motivation stuff. And then I went into Arbonne, and there's a lot of, the first thing I got from my sponsor was a book called, what is it? It's Building an Empire, or The 4-Year Career. That's the first book she gave me and said, Rebecca, read this. And I'm just like, okay, that's a book. Honestly, I hope Sarah is not watching this, because I took that book and I just made it, I put it on the shelf. And then she said to me, when I qualified, let me show you. Ooh. I'm gonna open the window because I'm pretty hot in here. So she gave me the 4-year career. And then when I qualified for district manager, she sent me this one, the one thing. I love this too. from Sarah. And again, I took the book and, hey Erica, I took the book and I put it on my shelf. That's my first month. And then every meeting we'll go to, every training, there will be a personal development book. And in my second month, I was just, you know what, if you can't beat them, just join them. So I discovered that I don't really like to read books. In fact, for uni, I had to buy this pen reader. So the pen will go through my notes and literally read the read the notes for me and it just brings a sound. I discovered that my eyes were pretty weak. I'm not dyslexic, but I don't like to read. So thank goodness to Audible, I started to buy books and listening to books. And slowly I discovered that I actually like reading, listening to books. And it wasn't just books. I started to listen to podcasts, and I became more and more interested in the personal development books. Today, if you look at my Audible account, I have over 86 books, because you can get 3 books for $17.99. So I get books, and sometimes I'll just add units so I can buy more books. And that has helped me to get to where I am. That's part of it. Now, 4 months after I joined Arbonne, because my team grew so fast, I went for I qualified for the first level of leadership in my first month. And then 4 months later, my team and I went for the second level, because you can do it in either 2 or 3 months. We did the first month, it went perfectly. The second month, I failed. I didn't complete it. And then I carried on. And at that point, I know if I had not read or did not do any of the personal development books I did, I would have said I quit. But that word has never crossed my mind, never crossed my lips. And then I tried again in June. I went for it in June. And when I go for things, I don't stop. I literally work, I don't know if you relate to this, just comment below. June, we went for it again. Guess what? I was just like, this time, this is it. This is going to be the month we go area. And I remember the last day of qualification, to get into that period, I was short by like £1,000 in sales, and I was just like, oh my God, I have to do this. And it just happened. We did that step, and guess what? I didn't qualify. So again, second time, I'm just like, this is so easy. This is something I should be able to do with my eyes closed. It's so easy. Why not? Why not me? And then I can see people coming in and they're qualifying, and then it's still not happening for me. What is happening? I'm working my ass off. I mean, I'm sending messages. I'm talking to people. Why am I not qualifying for this? And then at that point, I just like, and then Sarah would say to me, enjoy the process. You're working hard. It will happen. You're an area manager. You're an MVP. I can see it. Just keep on working. And the woman doesn't give up. She sent me books. And then I saw her at some point last year. She gave me this book, It's Not About You. And that's the only book that I actually read like this, like page by page. And it started to make sense. But in my own brain as well, I think I developed this fear of, I don't know if it's actually a thing, a fear of success. I don't know if it's a thing. But for me, as soon as I got close to my goal, I'll kind of freak out and I'll get into my own shell. It's almost like I was scared because of what I accomplished in my other company. I was thinking, what if that happens again? What if I achieve what I need to achieve, where I need to go, and then I'm held back again? What if, like, again, because I built a good business. Hey, Lorna. I build a strong business in a recruitment business, and I'll fly, I'll earn a good income, and then something will happen and we'll go through a liquidation. So I got to a point where I was almost scared of achieving stuff. And when I do achieve them, I didn't really feel worthy of it. And again, it's just one book after another, one training after another, one podcast after another. Then I went to Africa in September. Between September and January, and because we also needed an income, I find out that, and this is Sarah, my sponsor would say this a lot. She said, when you're running this business, don't do it from a place of desperation. Don't be so desperate to achieve something, because your mindset will not be in a good place because you're only thinking about yourself. And this is why I think that I was lacking. I was thinking, oh my God, I need to get there so much. And it's also that pressure. Maybe somewhere I was thinking, people are watching me. They think they want, like people will ask me, oh, do you not have a car yet? And I'm thinking, it took me 2 or 2.5 years or whatever, 3 years to earn the other car. Why do I need to earn this in 6 months? We don't all have the same journey. So once I realized that, I remember I was in Africa and Sarah said, I called Sarah, I'm just like, I need to come home. I was literally in tears when I sent her that message. And she called me saying, oh, Rebecca, you're such in a bad place. You know, she can feel the energy was not good. And she's just come home. If you can come home. That was in November. And when I came home, I worked on myself again. And slowly, the last book she recommended was Untethered Soul. I would recommend anyone to read that book. From any stage you are in your life, Untethered Soul, it's amazing. It's life-changing. So I read that, and there was another one, Return to Love. I listened to that as well. And slowly, I was coming back to myself, to that energy. I know in January, I sent her a message and I just said, Sarah, I'm not leaving Avon, but I just want to be in a place where I'm not desperate to achieve a goal in order to free myself again. Like, I'm not worried about money. I'm not worried about the income I need to bring. It's just work, and help people. So, and that just happened. Oh my God, my battery's dying. I need to plug in battery or just finish quickly. Hey, Fresher. So, after I read Untethered Soul, that kind of just almost like I felt, I don't actually know how to express this kind of freedom, as if like weight just lifted off my shoulders. And I was so, you know, people would see me so bubbly, and then sitting here, you wouldn't know what my physical body is going through, because I still have this bubbly smile and the energy is still there. Like, I could not be there physically. Right now, my tummy is pulling me like nobody's business. It hurts. I have I'm working towards a healing process, but I have a chronic, or I don't know if I should say have or used to have, a chronic abdominal pain caused by nerve damage. So 90% of the time I'm in abdominal pain. So 90% of the time I work from my bed. My family didn't know this. 90% of the time I have a heat pad around me so I can I can sleep, and it kind of ease the pain. So when I'm in that mode, sometimes it's so painful I can't focus. But then you just think of what this community has given me. My friends in Albon, my sponsor, the people I meet, my team, and my kids. That's what keeps me, like, I can come here, although I'm in pain. I don't feel that right now, because it's just that energy coming from my heart, and it keeps me going. In March, while I was in Africa, I listened to a book called The Switch. I think it's The Switch by, I can't remember the author. I can put all the books I've read under this comment if that interests any of you. I listened to that. So if you are into personal development, we're not about being positive. We're not about this manifestation. We hear about what you say, what you are. You know all the good things that you should say. You want to achieve this goal, visualize that goal, stay positive, keep saying positive things, and it will happen. But they still, when you think about, if you've read The Secret, just think of the laws of attraction. Yes, that's what I was looking for. You can sit there and attracting so many things, but as long as you're trying to control the outcome, you will never see the results. And I did not know that until I listened to The Switch, and I sat there, I was like, this is what's been happening. So I'll sit there attracting all these people, and in my head I'm thinking, yeah, I want to attract this specific person, and she has to come at this specific moment. That's trying to control the outcome. As long as I kept doing that, I was not getting the result until I completely let go. So you find yourself in that state of what we call a surrender. So you surrender yourself to, this is even in the Bible, just let go, feel free. You know what, I'm going to take my charger because the battery is going to die in five minutes. Sorry guys. didn't know I'll go on for this long, so I might as well just finish the video. And oops, plug this in, and there, cool, brilliant. So that's charged. Okay, so I surrendered, I let go, I just put myself in a more positive place. My mind is in a positive place. I just know that I am doing the work, but I'm not controlling the outcome. And when we talk to people as well, Sarah will say, you know, to speak to someone, but forget about, don't be attached to the outcome. So just work and enjoy that moment and enjoy what you're doing so much. The result will show for itself. I was in Africa in March. God knows, I was sick with typhoid and I had malaria. I was in bed for like 2 weeks. I couldn't move. I didn't know what would happen, but my brain was in a good place. And with that, in March, although I was sick, we still had, and I was not even here, my team still had one of the best months. In April, I came back to the UK and same thing. I was in confinement, I was sick, I wasn't well. Still, my team had a huge, we had an amazing month, as in we had about 22 people join my team. That again, because I was just in that right place, in the right mindset, the training that I learned, the things that I learned from our leaders, from the books that they recommended. And this is something that is so exceptional about the business I'm part of as well, is how much knowledge is actually shared. Like the leaders, we have our VPs, they do training every Monday. It's always someone different, every Monday or every Wednesday, and you can join any of them. And things that they share is what has helped them to be as successful as they are. And success in this company, the way things are just going is just something else. Anyway, and this month, same scenario, I'm sitting here. We have achieved a massive goal. We've achieved it, we've done it. And yet I looked around me. For the past week, I should be under the Rebecca that I know, the Rebecca that I knew would be fighting with her husband because I was thinking things are not happening. I'll be grumpy, I'll be moody, I will be sick. But the past 3 days, actually, I've not taken my pills. I slept because I had a cup of tea. I went to sleep. But the me of a year or 2 years ago, I would definitely need, I would definitely need cocodamol and duloxetine so I can sleep, because I'm under that much pressure and I just have to overthink everything. My mind literally does not shut up. My mind does not stop to think. So the past 2 weeks, I read a book I listened to a book, what's the name? I have to go through the list again, but something about shutting down your mind from time to time. And this is what I love, this thing. I did a video on this, it's amazing. So I go to bed and I do my meditation and then I put this in my ears so I can fall asleep. Now I noticed I've learned how to shut my mind, as in my mind, quiet my mind, not shut my mind, quiet my mind, so my mind doesn't just think all over the place. So we are 5 days to month end, and we as a team have achieved it. We've done this thing that I wanted to do so badly, that I felt for twice, and we've done it. But I am not under pressure. And I think even when we achieved it, I was just like, it was the kids actually, they were jumping up and down and just like, oh my God, we've done it. And I'm looking at my team, I'm just like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I can see what they can do as well. Now, coming back to personal development, if you don't, just from everything that I've been through, if I had to share with you one-to-one, you would ask me, when did that happen? Because I didn't grieve for what happened to me 5 years ago. I don't ever sit there and think, oh my God, you know what, this happened, just sit down and take it. If you need to cry, just cry. It's your own party, who cares? I didn't take that moment. So if you look back on my social media, you only see me smiling. But as soon as I leave this place, I'll go into my bed. I was like, oh my God, honey, please get me my pills. You know, it's those moments that we have to recognize that, God, I've got this issue I need to deal with. Or I can just let go and let God. Let go and let God. Surrender. Don't feel like I'm going to fall and no one will catch me. Just imagine that if you fall, if you do fall back, there's a mattress and the back to catch you. That's just how you have to think about it. But the best way to fall is to fall forward. So you just, because at least you know where you're going to hit. So if you're hitting a wall, you can keep your hands there so you can hit the wall and not be in pain. If you are in network marketing, the good thing about our industry is the free coaching that we get. Free coaching. I mean, just look around Facebook, right? You will see, oh, this coaching. Just put your email address there and then it's free. But it's not free because you get an email later on that would say it's £149. In network marketing, we get coaching, training, personal development, you name it, we get it for free. Take advantage of that. If you have that in your company, if you are in my company, you know how much of that we've got, especially now with this community, with lockdown. I've seen the power of community in Arbonne is mind-blowing. I mean, every day you'll find someone to talk to. Every day you'll find a Zoom to join, dance, and have a cup of tea and catch up with people. Books. Life-changing. I never thought that a book, an audiobook, could be so life-changing. If you drive, if you don't have time, like me, it's not like I don't have time to read, I just don't have a head. Making the Shift by Wayne Dyer, but also The Shift by Darren Harding. So all that, let go and let God. I read that as well by Wayne Dyer. Life-changing. There's so many personal developments, and it costs £17.99 for 3 books on Audible. It's the best investments that you can make for yourself. If you're running a business, this is the big difference between being successful and not being successful. Honestly. And I experienced that being a leader in one company and being a leader in this company. And I always say, if I knew then what I know now, but again, this is what I said in my title, things happen for a reason. I had to move on from the recruitment industry, being my own boss in that industry, you know, doing well, doing badly, falling, being let down by people, moving into my first direct selling, which I loved so much, moving on from there and coming into this company. Follow the process wherever your heart is taking you, but be open to discovering yourself, where you want to be, where you are, and rediscover your faults, what you need to learn more, and that will make you a better person. I'm not saying I'm 100% the leader I need to be, but I just know that right now I've got a size 15 pair of shoes that I need to fit in to be that MVP or ENVP. I'm still a size 10, and I was a size 2 when I joined this business. I've just fitted into my size 10, so now I've got to go into those size 15, and I don't care how long it will take me to get there. I don't care if it will take forever, but I just know that the person that I will be when I get to where I need to be, maybe it's just here, maybe it's just being at this level, and I'm going to enjoy that. I'm going to yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for hanging with. I know I've been mumbling and a lot of that didn't really make sense, but I'm just excited, and I'm so grateful to everyone, every single person who has impacted my life for the better, for the bad, the good, the ugly, the everything. But that's what's making me the person that I am today. And if I can wake up one morning and still have energy to get up and do my thing, everything I've been through is so worth it. So what the hell, bring it on. Right? Thank you so much, you guys. If you are in direct selling, keep pushing. You know, it's not month end yet. We still have how many days, whatever, you know. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. If you think this video will help someone, just send it to them on what is it called, Messenger, so they can watch that. Thanks so much. Bye bye, guys. Thanks, Lola.